Today I'm starting a new garlic growing project that I'll be documenting from preparation right through to harvest and storage. Last season I planted 107 garlic cloves, but the results weren't quite what I was hoping for. A number of the garlic plants never made it through to harvest, which left me wondering what I could do differently this year. If you haven't already seen that video titled I planted 107 garlic cloves, here's what I harvested, I recommend you watch that first, as it explains why I'm making a few changes to my growing method this season. For this year's crop, I've saved 17 garlic bulbs from last season's harvest. Instead of simply planting everything together, I'm going to be running a small experiment. I've often been told that the larger outer cloves produce better garlic, while the smaller inner cloves should be eaten rather than planted. So this season, I'm going to separate and track them individually to see whether that's actually true. Over the coming months, I'll be documenting every stage of the process, including preparing the cloves, garden preparation, planting, growth, harvest, and storage. In this first video, I'll be taking the garlic out of storage, separating the bulbs into cloves, counting them, and sorting the larger outer cloves from the smaller inner cloves. For this first part of the garlic growing series, you'll need some simple items.
First, you'll need some stored garlic bulbs. The quantity doesn't matter. Use whatever you've saved from a previous harvest or purchased for planting. A small knife can be useful for carefully removing the outer wrappers and helping separate stubborn cloves. You'll also need one or more disposable trays. These make it easy to sort and organise your cloves while you work. A marker is optional if you'd like to label bulbs or trays. And if you're tracking results like I am, a piece of paper and pen can be useful for recording your numbers. It is now autumn, which is the perfect time of year to begin planting garlic. The garlic has been sitting here drying and curing since harvest, waiting for planting season to return. Last season's garlic has been stored here in my garage inside a breathable cloth bag. To help keep moisture away, I also packed the bulbs with shredded paper. This simple storage method has kept the bulbs dry and in good condition throughout the year. Back inside, I've brought the bag over to my work area. I'm working inside a large container so that any loose wrappers and mess stays contained. One by one, I remove the bunches of garlic from the bag. 6 bulbs here. Another 3. Another 3. Then a bunch of 2. Finally, the last group of 3. Altogether, that's 17 bulbs of garlic saved from last season. The bulbs are completely dry and sounding crisp when handled, exactly what we want before separating them into cloves. Before I start breaking the bulbs apart, I'm going to label each one. This step is completely optional. I'm only doing this so I can keep accurate records and compare results later in the season. I start with the first bunch and label them 1, 2 and 3. The next group labelled 4, 5 and 6. Then 7, 8 and 9. And I continue working through every bulb until the final 2 bulbs are labelled 16 and 17. Once complete, every bulb now has its own identification number. This will allow me to track exactly how many cloves came from each bulb and compare their performance later on. I have also weighed these dry bulbs and marked down the weights for my own information. I am unsure whether the weights will be valuable information in the experiment later on. The weights of these dry bulbs generally range between 25 and 30 grams, with one bulb, number 16, weighing 20 grams. I've prepared 2 trays for this experiment. The first tray is for the larger outer cloves. These are the cloves that will make up the majority of the planting. The second tray is for the smaller inner cloves that are found closer to the centre of the bulb. I begin with garlic bulb number 1. Carefully removing the outer wrappers, I separate the larger cloves first and place them into the tray for normal sized cloves. I try to use my fingers wherever possible, only using the knife when needed. The protective skin around each clove is important, so I try not to damage it. This year, I want to compare the two groups separately. In my previous garlic crop, I wasn't entirely satisfied with the final results. A number of planted cloves never produced harvested bulbs. That got me thinking, could the size of the planting the cloves be influencing the outcome? My father always told me, don't plant the smaller cloves, you eat them. His reasoning was simple. Smaller cloves tend to produce smaller plants and potentially smaller bulbs. This season, I want to test that theory. By separating the cloves and keeping records, I'll be able to see whether the inner cloves perform differently from the larger outer cloves. Any smaller cloves from the centre are kept separate. Once all the cloves are separated, I count them. First bulb from first bunch produced 11 outer cloves, 1 inner clove, totaling 12 cloves. I continue the same process with every remaining bulb, recording results as I go. Bulb 2 from first bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 3 inner cloves, total of 13 cloves. Bulb 3 from first bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 4 from second bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 3 inner cloves, total of 13 cloves. Bulb 5 from second bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 6 from second bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 7 from third bunch produced 8 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 10 cloves. Bulb 8 from third bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 3 inner cloves, total of 13 cloves. Bulb 9 from third bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 10 from fourth bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 1 inner clove, total of 11 cloves. Bulb 11 from fourth bunch produced 8 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 10 cloves. Bulb 12 from fourth bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 13 from fifth bunch produced 10 outer cloves, 1 inner clove, total of 11 cloves. Bulb 14 from 5th bunch produced, 9 outer cloves, 1 inner clove, total of 10 cloves. Bulb 15 from 5th bunch produced, 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. Bulb 16 from 6th bunch produced, 9 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 11 cloves. And last, bulb 17 from 6th bunch produced, 10 outer cloves, 2 inner cloves, total of 12 cloves. After working through all 17 bulbs, the final numbers are 165 total outer cloves, 33 total inner cloves, totaling 198. That's 198 potential garlic plants ready for this season's experiment. Now the real question is, how many of these cloves will actually make it through to harvest? And will the larger cloves outperform the smaller inner cloves? Please write down your answers in the comment section of this video. We'll find out over the coming months. In the next video, we'll move on to part 2 of this garlic growing series. I'll show you the phase of pre-sprouting garlic, clean up the growing area, prepare the garden beds, and get the soil ready for planting. You'll get a sneak peek at the garlic as it begins waking up for the season ahead. The planting stage is getting so close. One of these trays could end up producing dramatically better garlic than the other. We'll find out at harvest time. If we haven't met, I'm Paula, and thanks so much for watching. In this video, I covered removing the garlic from storage, separating the cloves, and documenting the numbers for this year's growing experiment. By the end of the series, we'll find out whether the 33 small inner cloves are worth planting at all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing your comments of your own garlic growing experiences below. I appreciate your support. I'll see you soon in part 2, Jubilant Organic Gardening.